Tiana, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Yay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I kind of want to just kind of catch up and see how you feel about where we are right now in Dollface's arc this season, like how audiences have responded to this point and sort of what your feelings are about it.
Ooh, up to what episode? Exactly.
That's a good question. Let's just talk about the first three to four.
Three, three or four.
Yeah.
Okay. So not this week's episode. So
Yeah.
then we'll say to like episode 5. Um, yeah, I'm feeling good about where Dollface is at. I feel pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be careful. I don't want to give away too much about what's coming, and I know
Yes,
for you
absolutely.
that's
And I
complex, but
won't.
you're watching it right now. And I've kind of
Yeah.
been interested to hear different cast members talk about this. You're watching it now as an audience is experiencing it. You shot it a while ago, obviously. And I'm kind
Yeah.
of curious what it's like to see it play out from the
Hmm.
new perspective of like, oh, it's finished, and like, how are
Oh
people
my
taking it?
God.
Do you pay
Yeah,
attention to
absolutely.
what fans say and what's happening?
Yes, I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. And I definitely think like MJ really, really wanted to honor the fans, especially in this season, and give them the tournament. And it was interesting because I feel like the majority of responses to the first couple of episodes were like, man, it's slow.
Meh.
Man, it's all this wins the tournament, and everyone's thinking that the tournament is going to start at the end of the season, and it starts in episode 4, and you're like, oh, wait a second. Wait,
Yeah.
we're starting right now. All the drivers are there. So now I think people are really, really excited. I think it's so fun to see all the characters together in the same space and interacting with one another, because they have been living in such different worlds. So this is an opportunity for them to, cross paths and be together and fight each other. And we had so much fun in those scenes in that big hall with all of the cars, preparing for the tournament. And so it's really fun to see the final cut of all of those scenes,
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Did you have any experience with the game prior to this? Did you do some research? Did you know about it before you did some research? Like what was your relationship to the franchise and the game prior?
So, I mean, I grew up with a PlayStation. I played Crash Bandicoot though, like religiously. I loved that game so, so much. I'm a creature of habit, so I had like 3 games and like a sample CD. Do you remember those that just had like a little bit of,
Yeah.
a couple levels of a game and that was it? Um, so I didn't play Twisted Metal prior to getting this job, but I did after. And I was like wanting to feel the show brings so much nostalgia. And so like during the filming process, I really wanted to feel that
Hmm.
again.
Yeah.
I really leaned into music and like style to bring me back to that. And I even refurbished my Game Boy Advance. Like
So
I
you
like
wanted like retro gaming vibes in your life
yes,
to kind of get you into the
yes.
mud.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to feel that again. I want to play games. I want to feel kid like. I want to like get into that headspace of like what a video game, what that's like again. Because
That's
it's been
really
so
interesting
long.
to me because MJ told me that he was very interested in recreating for an audience the experience you have as a gamer, but it's very
Yes.
different, obviously. So, from a
Yeah.
performer's perspective, how does it translate? Like, I don't know if you could put it into words, but how do you get that? How do you connect those dots? I have no
Oh,
concept of how you would do it. Like when you're in
yeah.
the scene, like obviously you're acting, right? But like when you're thinking like this, I want to make people feel like this is like a video game experience.
Yeah. Well, I will say I feel like the work has to be beforehand. Like there's no
Hmm.
way that you're like, and this is my video game moment when you're on set. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right. Sure. Yeah.
I do feel like it's a collaborative process. And if it weren't for our editors and like, the our composers, even like the sounds, everything, like the
Mm,
music, really, really, the colors really
mm,
make you feel like you're in a video game. The way that the
mm,
show is cut, video game.
mm,
Um, I'm specifically thinking about the scene where I'm at the doll camp and we're walking through and I'm with John and he's like, so what's with the masks? And I'm telling him all about the doll camp and what our mission is and how we came to be. And that feels like a video game to me. I'm like walking
interesting.
through and I'm like, here's this, here's that, or Diesel City, right? When we
Yeah.
get to Diesel City and I'm like, this is how you get, this is how you get to the inner sanctum. This is how you
Mm.
get the EMP, and this is where you get your special weapons, and this is the
Yeah.
plan, the
Yeah.
game plan. So yeah, it's a collaborative process. The writers are fucking incredible and fans of the game. And so I feel like it was really easy for them to tap into that
Sure.
rhythm of the show. And it made it easier for us as well. I mean, for me, all I have to do is like my character work and trust the writers.
Yeah.
And so this was like the perfect show for that, I think.
Do you have a favorite moment from your experience shooting it? Like, or something that'll stay with you forever, maybe. That's just like kind of like this was like this, I'll really always remember this doing this scene or doing this sequence or this part. It's going to stay with me from the Twisted Metal experience.
Ooh.
And which may continue for who knows how long, but I'm just saying at this point in time.
Yeah. Okay, there's a couple. There's a
Okay.
couple of moments that are special to me. I can't just pick one. I'm like really bad at that. Um,
No worries.
okay. So a really special moment filming for me was being at the doll camp. Um, we were out like kind of in the middle of nowhere, and those days were really hard. It was really hot out. And then sometimes it was like hot rain. It was, we were filming in Toronto in the summer and it was very difficult, but I loved just looking around and being surrounded by so many like women, and everyone was so excited
Mhm.
about that specific storyline and
Mhm.
about the dolls and about um this like big feminine energy that's coming together to like do something big. So I loved filming at the doll camp, even though it was really hard.
Yeah.
Um, I absolutely loved, and this was also a difficult like week of shooting. I think it's episode 3 when we're at the drive-in,
Hmm.
and it's me and John the entire time, Dollface and John, and that's where we meet Axel. And that was such a fun week.
Yeah.
And but when you film at night, it's from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's tough like on your body, but I had so much fun and it was like a really big bonding moment for me and John and Anthony.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that, and I think you can see how much fun we had together in those scenes. And we
Everybody I
also,
talked to from this show talks about how much fun it was, and it's very obvious that like the energy you can feel from watching the show, but
yeah.
every conversation, people seem to really love this experience, which is part of why I'm curious what kind of stood out. But it's contagious for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
it really, really is. And I think like this show is such a big ensemble show, and I love that, and I love getting people together. And so like early on, as soon as, when I was there, I think it was like in the beginning, I think it was only like me, Stephanie, Anthony, Sailor, and Mike Mitchell and Joe. So everyone was kind of like, all right, I've done this before,
mhm.
we're in Toronto and like here's where we're going and blah blah blah. And so we weren't hanging out a whole bunch, but as soon as people like the rest of the contestants,
Yeah. Yeah.
for the tournament came in, I was like, you guys, we all got to get together. We got to do this. We went to karaoke.
Oh, nice.
Everyone came. It was amazing. Anthony sang Be Prepared from Do you know what I'm talking about from The Lion King?
Yes.
Like Scar's song. I'm like,
How
what?
was he? How was his Be
He was
Prepared?
great. He was into it.
I
Absolutely.
bet.
I was like so shocked when he showed up. I was like, yay. It was amazing. It was so much fun. We had incredible moments off set together, and I think that that really helped when we were on set.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite parts of creating, a like set family is getting
What
to
were
hang
some
out.
other tell me some other karaoke highlights. That's funny.
Okay, well, Michael Shaw, I don't know if you know this, but like he went to in undergrad, he went to school for musical theater. So like his voice is incredible. He sang Backstreet Boys. Him and I sang Shallow from A Star Is Born. I did Take Me or Leave Me with Sailor. Patty did, oh my gosh, what did she do? I think it's a song from The Little Mermaid, Ursula's song. I forget the name of it, but she
Okay.
did that.
Okay. It's funny. I have noticed in the last few years, people love doing the Disney classics at karaoke. That's become a
Oh
big thing. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, they're just so fun. And I think they tell good stories,
for sure.
like
For sure.
musically. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
Joe, Samoa Joe sang a bunch of songs I never heard of in my life. His music taste is really, really different from mine, but him and
I
him and Mitch were like
What are
doing those.
your, without, this is tricky, but like
Yeah.
obviously we're in the middle of a season. I'm sure a lot of people are hoping there's going to be more. What are your kind of hopes for Dollface? Like if you could take out of your mind everything you know and just kind of talk
Mhm.
about what are your hopes for this character's evolution going forward?
Ooh, my hope for Dollface is impact. I hope that like her mission stays alive. I hope that um whatever happens, that that stays true, that the mission lives on. I hope she makes it to the end. I and I hope that the wish comes true. I hope that the walls come down
Yeah.
so that there's an even playing field for everyone who's had to suffer, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so too, and I'm excited to see the rest. I have to wrap, but I really appreciate you taking the time today. This has been a lot of fun, and want to hopefully we chat again as the series progresses.
Yeah. Thanks, George.